Hello, beautiful sparkle chicks. What's going on? We're gonna make over a tray. Trays seem to be all the rage at the holidays, so I figured let's do something fun. I've got some really cute essential stencil transfers, and I do apologize. I don't know if they actually have any more in stock of what I'm using. I kind of checked before I came live and I didn't see them on their website, so I don't know. Hi, Karen. I hope y'all had an amazing Thanksgiving. I put my hair in a ponytail because I didn't want it to get paint in it, but I do hope you all had an amazing Thanksgiving. Hey, Maribel. And hi, Kristen. Hey, Rhonda. Y'all, my body is sore. I had to shovel the sidewalk again this morning. We had like 3 inches of snow last night. Yeah, we've got like over a foot of snow on the ground. I'm over it. But I had packages picked up this morning. Hi, Vicky. Hey, Mary. Hey, Kimberly. And I had packages picked up this morning. So I had to shovel a little path from the driveway to the sidewalk. So, y'all, I'm out of shape. And it's freezing cold here. Hello, beautiful Dawana. Hey, Nikki. So anyway, I have been posting some of my old trays because, y'all, I love going back through my Facebook memories and seeing, hey, Vivian, hey, Sheila, what trays that I have done in the past. And oh my word, I've done some fantastic things if I don't say so myself. So, I have and I've been like in a funk. Like I've been so lazy lately. I don't know if it's the snow. Hi, Marion. Hey, Patricia. Thanksgiving was great. Thanksgiving was good. I can't believe it's December. When I get off with you guys, I got to finish Live in Royals. And then me and Sam are going to go to the storage unit, and we're going to go to Lowe's. I think I'm going to buy a new tree because I do not want freaking string lights. I bought this tree from Hobby Lobby like 3 years ago. And literally, I have to string lights on every year. And I don't want to. Hey, oh, Cindy, an appendectomy. Oh, I hope he's doing okay. Yeah, Katie, it's definitely feeling better, but now it's like my shoulder, like up here hurts, my back, my lats hurt. I'm like, oh, trays. I know, I love some trays, and I just saved a whole bunch of memories because I've got some Christmas is all about, I'm all about the sparkle anyway. So I'm going to try to get some decorating done tonight. I want to get my tree up, and look at this ribbon. Yes, we do. Yeah, Lord, they're like ridiculously here. Look at this beautiful ribbon that I got for my Christmas tree this year. So I want to try, usually I wrap my ribbon around, but this year I want to try to do it down the tree. And I was just watching some videos where people they have a tail and then they make a loop and then they twist and they stick it in the tree. So I'm going to try. I bought like 3 rows of this. I might go to Hobby Lobby and see if I can get more. So I don't know. I'm going to try doing something a little different this year and make it like, a little something different. So, hey, Pat. Hey, Gail. So anyway, this is my tray. It's kind of junky looking. It's a footed tray. It's got really ornate handles. But see this weird thing? I sat up here looking at this for a while. I'm thinking around this edgy part. I did count all these, and there's 80. It was tough because he's nonverbal, but oh, Cindy, I'm so glad he's doing good. And this is kind of throwing me off. I think I want to do candy cane stripes up here. And I'm thinking about like this ridgy part right here. Hey, Lisa Corby. Hey, Janet. Like, what if I took some like the heavy body gel from Pentart? I hate hanging string lights. Yeah, I've just been like blah lately. Have you guys been like that? Is it like the holiday blues? I'm just like I'm exhausted. I haven't really gotten a lot done. And I had like paperwork and CNC and payroll to do, and I still haven't finished that. I wrapped, then cut pieces with tails. And that's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to try it. I watched a bunch of TikToks on it. So, but I think like around this piece, what I want to do is, I think add some heavy body gel, kind of make it look like snow with some glitter. And then here's the transfers I want to use. And I'm still not sure. I definitely know I want to use the reindeer. This one. I think these two. And I thought like up in the corner, one on each side, like here, and then this one here. And then in the middle, I kind of want to use this North Pole. I'm looking to buy different lace if you have any together. I do not have lace, Catherine. That is, I don't get into a whole bunch of textiles. I have a bunch of fabric, but that's about it. My back's good, but I shoveled the driveway this morning and the sidewalk, so I'm kind of sore right now. And then I was thinking about taking this North Pole transfer, and I was thinking about sticking it. Here, let's just do this. Let's try to get a visual here so you guys can kind of try to see my vision. So I was thinking of doing like a reindeer here and a reindeer here, like in the corners. And then I was thinking about doing the North Pole sign here, or do I do, you guys tell me. I know, Jackie, me and Michael were actually talking about going to Florida on Thursday, but the tickets were like ridiculous. Hey, Cindy. Or do I do like the Christmas tree, and then they have some of these transfers that I could put like a small one here, and then they have a bigger one here. Like the Christmas tree, or do you guys like the North Pole? I don't know yet. Let's get it painted first and you guys can tell me. Hi, Laurel. I know I like to have some of my house decorated, but I need to go to storage, and I want to get like I want to get the tree up. 83 today. Are you kidding me? It's like 30 degrees here, and when I tell you it's cold, it's freaking brrr. I had a fire going last night. Mike was up like, oh, Miriam likes the Christmas tree. North Pole, says Gail. Maybe we should do a poll. I think Facebook changed too, because I saw, let's see, ask a question. It always gives me an ass ache on here. Tree or sign. See, it never ever, polls never work for me. Tree or sign. Tree. Sign. We're going to do 2-minute poll. Done. Save poll. Did it even work? I don't literally know. I don't know if it even worked, y'all. The polls never go my way, and I don't even know if I can I run one if I'm on my iPad? Maybe it's easier for my iPad. Hold on. I should be going live on Whatnot because it's so much nicer over there. The big deer head. And I don't want to do another deer in the head. Another deer head because I would definitely want to use the 2 deers in the corner. Let's see. I think I look tired, y'all. Your weather app says it's 22, but it feels, I think the wind chill is like redonkulous, okay? I literally, every time I come live on Facebook, I get more and more aggravated with it. Is that even just right? Especially when you go to something like Whatnot and it's so freaking easy over there. Thank you. Oh, good, Debbie. Let's see. Maybe, see, I'm logged in as... No, I think it's something I have to do from live. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Hey, Julie. Hey, Debbie. All right, so let's just do it. Yeah, as you know, when you come live on Facebook and then you go to somewhere like, it's so nice to be like on the Whatnot app, and it's so easy. I do have a Santa, but he's facing like one way, and I don't like that. If he was facing forward, I definitely probably, yeah, I don't think it worked. Oh, thank you. Can I put some chapstick on? You like the North Pole? I think I am not getting enough sleep. That's why I feel tired, because Mike has been busy plowing snow, and like I didn't go to bed till 1 o'clock last night. Then he was up at 2. Like, so far lots of people saying North Pole. We'll figure it out. And like it's exhausting. I don't know if I want to use chalk paint or if I want to use I was going to do white. I think white would be nice. I could also do this royal bronze. Ooh, this would be really pretty with royal bronze. But I really wanted it to make this look like snow, so let's do white. Let's stick it with the white. Let's go with white. Waiting for my connecting flight to Grand Conjunction, so I'm glad. Oh, hey Vicky, you're flying out today. I hope you have a good flight. I'm waiting for some Amazon orders to come in so I can finish some of my sweatshirts that I got orders on from the auction. I'll find a good brush. All right, so let's paint it. I don't have snowman. I have snowman decoupage, but I don't have a snowman transfer. Maybe I should use this brush. Hi, Sharon. Kimberly is saying bronze. I know a lot of you like my bronze, but let's just do this. All right, we're going to paint. I think I want to do it white. Ooh, jeez. I think I want to do white because I want to make that kind of look like snow. I'm going to try and kind of like melt it down into there. I don't know. And then I'm going to epoxy it, I think. Just the bottom, or maybe the whole thing. I don't know. I got out some glitter. So this is really tarnished. It's kind of like, it's nothing shiny, so I am not going to prime the tray. I'm just going to go ahead and shove a bunch of paint on it. I think that snowman tray, that Santa Claus tray that I did a post on the other day that's getting a ton of engagement on it, that was actually, I did that in my private group, and Mandy won that this last month in the Decorating and DIY Challenge. So that just got shipped out to her yesterday, and she's gonna love it. I think it's beautiful, and that was probably the first tray that I've ever posted that I didn't get a ton of hate mail on. Yeah, usually I get a ton of hate mail and negative comments when I paint a tray. So I did get a bunch of new followers from posting that. So if you're here I am painting another tray. Hello, Mom. Paint inlay on it. I have not, Vicki, and you know, I almost pulled one out today. I have a paint inlay from IOD. I've never used one of those before. And if you're going to do a footed tray, I never do the back of the trays just because I feel like it's a waste of paint and nobody's going to see it anyway. But I do paint the feet. So if you have a footed tray, don't forget to paint the feet. And if this was like a shiny tray, I would suggest using enamel paint or putting a primer on it, because it will slide. I just typically kind of wing it. I know, people, oh, do you guys remember that one girl? Like, she was so mad that I painted the tray, and I was just like, and she was being rude. She was like calling it ugly, and then I was like, talk about ugly. How about the words that are coming out of your mouth? And she ripped me a new one, and then I just kind of let it go. And then she got mad that she kept coming up on her timeline, and she was like, "Take me off. Why are you still coming up onto my Facebook? I told you to leave." And I'm like, I don't think you understand how Facebook works, because you are commenting on my page. Sorry, I think she was a few sandwiches short of a picnic, because she was flipping for you know what. Yeah, she was a cuckoo bird. And I was like, you're commenting on my page. Like, I don't think that's That's how it works. Right, pooey on the haters. To hell with the haters. I'm just over here doing, I've been making a bunch of molds. I have those molds on sale on my store. And you guys can go there and get them. And also, if you haven't seen it, I was asked to do an in-person craft DIY at a local boutique. So I did post that. So far, we haven't had one ticket sale. So, not sure what we'll do if we don't end up selling any tickets for it. Maybe we'll just put together kits. But it would be at a place in Menor. So if you're near me in Ohio, I do not have Bonnie Boss on my link tree. We're doing that cute little bottle craft. Super cute. Okay, so I got one coat on there, and I did just use acrylic paint from Deco Art. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Thank you for the stars. So we are going to, worst case scenario, I've been getting a lot of, like, I wish I lived closer. I don't know how big my fan base is in Ohio. And it's only like 20 people. So, hey, Donna, I'll look. I haven't checked my messages yet. I know. And that's what it seems. So if worse comes to worse, I could, there's those, you guys, how many Royals do I have in here? The orange people are back. Carly, the hunters are in the backyard. Well, they're right on Munn. The hunters, you guys missed, if you're not in my private group yesterday, we had a crazy Monday yesterday. Me and my son were driving home, and there is this dude. Look at
our backyard?
No, right there. There's 3 of them that I could see. See them? Watch that.
This is getting ridiculous.
They were just sitting on the overpass with a rifle in hand.
I'm calling the cops.
And I had Sam call the 911 yesterday because
you called 911.
I called 911. Sam called 911, and they were literally sitting. They sit on the overpass with rifles and scopes.
I'm calling right now.
They're hunting. Do they have guns in their hands? I don't know what they're doing. This is the worst place to hunt. The orange people. Everybody's asking me. Hold on.
Hi, I live on Widgeon Drive, 102. 1023.
Well, everybody knows my address anyway, but you never know. I was like, don't say our address out loud. There could be creeper majeepers on here. Anyway, I have to tell you what happened. So, the dude was sitting on the overpass with his legs dangling over with a rifle in his hand and a scope, and we're all like, I'm like, what the hell was that? So we turned around and drove back. And then I look into the woods behind our house, and there was like 4 other hunters with their orange jackets on, and they were carrying rifles. I'm talking 10, 15 feet away from the freeway. And the dude was sitting on the overpass with his feet dangling, holding a rifle, and you could see the cars slowing down on 422. Hey, Nancy, thank you. And you could see the cars like looking up. Like, if I was driving on the freeway and saw some dude just up there, even though I know they're hunters by the orange jacket, it is the dumbest place to hunt, okay? The orange people. I mean, we're rural, but there are too many kids. It's private property, and Mike's like, are they in our woods? If they come this way, Mike's gonna go ape crap, because I think deer, but they're sitting on the guardrail and they're all carrying rifles. Like, to me, it just like doesn't make sense. And even if they have permission on the private property, I don't know who owns that. Why are you just sitting with your feet dangling over an overpass with a shotgun in your, and not think that anybody's gonna get nervous? My kids got phone calls. Annabelle left here and she's like, oh my God, she called Jack. She's like, oh my God, there's 5 guys with They're gone. Are they like ghosts? They literally disappeared. I'm talking in seconds. They had to have gotten picked up. Unfortunately, I am from Slippery Rock originally, and that's not... They're gone now. They literally flipping disappeared. This is the second day they're hanging out here on the overpass. You can't hunt 150 feet. I know it is, but like literally near a roadway, near a major freeway, and then there's houses and backyards right here. It's to me, it's just dumb.
She's like,
they literally disappeared.
Yeah, I know, they disappeared. Yeah.
What'd she say?
She's like, well, if they're on the roadway, that's not illegal. They can do that. And I'm like, so where are they supposed to go hunting? And she's like, and I was like, so where are they supposed to go and hunt then if they're on the side of the road and then it's my neighbor's backyard and then a freeway? There's nowhere to hunt.
Yeah.
And I was like, did you double check yesterday that they're allowed to be over here? And she's like, I'll send someone out. We'll make sure. She wrote down my information.
Somebody would just said on there that they were sitting on the overpass yesterday.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Janet says if they're wearing orange blaze, they are deer. Yes.
Yes.
But they're like,
but there's
literally...
nowhere to hunt. There's nowhere to hunt over here.
Unless you're in our backyard.
And that's what I said. I was like, they're right on the side of the road, and then that's my neighbor's backyard. She's like, well, if they're on the side of the road, they're allowed to be there. And I was like, okay, but they have their guns out. Where are they going to go?
It's ridiculous. And somebody said that you can't hunt within 150 feet of a roadway, which makes obvious sense.
They're on a roadway, and then there's also a freeway right there. So I don't know.
Where did somebody pick them up? Because they literally disappeared.
I have no idea where they went.
Unless they're behind the house over here.
I have no idea.
I don't like it. I think it's, Diane, I can't make this stuff up. Hey, Sheila from Oklahoma. I love Oklahoma. I've been there a couple times. Have a police monitor, and when police are called out to a certain area, they're aware of it, and they go. They literally...
I don't know where they went.
Literally disappeared.
Yeah.
Unless a car came.
They could have picked them up.
You should go check my office window and see if, you could see them over on that overpass.
I was even downstairs. I didn't see anybody. I don't know.
He's sleeping right now, Kimberly, so I don't want to wake him up. But, I mean, imagine driving down a major freeway and looking up and you see some dude sitting there with a freaking rifle in his hand. It's weird.
I get that they're in all orange and it's...
I understand that too, but go deep into the woods.
You need to go somewhere else. And I drove past where they were yesterday and it says private property. You can't be over there. Unless those are the owners. But, I mean, again, even if they have permission, she said you can't shoot within 150 feet of a dwelling. Well... The lady on the phone was making it seem like they weren't doing anything wrong and that they're allowed to be there. And I'm like, but they're on the side of the road and then it leads into the neighbor's yard. So where are you going to go?
And there is traffic all up and down this mud.
I have no idea.
That's what I said yesterday, Gail. I was like, look, if I can see them from my windows, then that means they could see me with their scope. I don't like that. And not only that, but we have a lot of dogs on this street, including our own, that it seems just kind of crazy. They're all laughing because I was calling the orange people. The orange people are back. I bet you they got picked up.
But, what in the world? You shouldn't... There's nowhere to be over here.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I don't like it because there's kids... The neighbor's kids were outside
just
playing
a little bit
right
ago.
there.
Yeah, just a little bit ago.
Literally right there.
Yeah.
Where they were. I don't understand where you're going to shoot and then where's it going to go?
Katie, right. And I'm literally, that's what made me stop. Because me and Sam, I saw the truck and then I was like, it's like not something you see every day. And he literally was sitting on the guardrail with his feet hanging over, and he had a rifle in his hand.
And if the kids are outside playing, it's gonna scare them too. So I don't understand why they would.
Maybe
go.
they shot a deer and are looking for it. Possibly, but then why are they carrying their firearms, walking on 5-10 feet away from a freeway?
I haven't heard a gunshot.
This is my granddaughter. It's my stepdaughter. It's hunting season, I believe, right?
It started yesterday.
Oh, if those, you know what, hang around my backyard. Oh, how long does hunting season last?
Way too long.
We do have cameras, but they don't face the backyard.
And this was the same time as yesterday.
Yeah, because it was like
doing?
2 or 3 o'clock.
You don't have anything else to do at 2 o'clock on a Tuesday?
On a Monday.
That's what I don't understand.
You had to buy orange cloth and cover your horse with it. That's scary. And we have a lot of like horse farms that run, over there off Bainbridge Road that butt up to the freeway. See, I didn't even think about that. There's a big horse farm over there.
It's a bunch of animals that live over there.
Yeah, we're in rural, and I understand we're rural, but
You need to find woods.
go to the woods.
You got to go to the woods. I don't know how they would be allowed to go shoot next to a freeway. That doesn't make any sense.
Now,
to me.
I know that there's we hear guns going off all the time here,
Yeah.
but that's
private
that's like
property.
Corey's
That's their own.
yeah. And they have targets in the back, but these were actual hunters, and they're walking up and down 10 feet from a freeway, and you can see them on the overpass. To me, that's just ignorant.
I don't mess around. I'm not.
I would think that you can't.
You guys need to go home.
And I can't even imagine that we were the only people that called the police yesterday, because it was kind of like not what you expect to see when you're driving over the overpass, that some dude just sitting there with a big, huge rifle and a scope on it. And like you said, like I said yesterday, if I can see them from my downstairs window, then they can see me.
They need to go home. They need to go do something else.
They need to go to, somewhere
They
like
need to go-
Michigan or not like somewhere with like a lot of tree population, like the woods, like Tennessee. Isn't that poaching? Not yet. We're in a neighborhood. Yeah, there's houses all up and down here. They are looking for apples and corn. Oh, I don't know. It just seems kind of weird.
There's nothing over here for them.
It just seems too close to residential. I mean,
That's what I was telling her on the phone. I'm like, so there's the road, and then there's a
Backyard.
grass. Whose grass is that? That's the neighbor's
neighbor's.
grass. And then if you're not on that, then you're on private property that they probably don't own.
I wonder if they like dipped across the street and that's where they went. Because
They could be in that woods over there.
Yeah.
Which you have way more space over there
than
over
you do
here.
over here. Yeah. I don't know if that's.
They're
I'm sure it
pissing
would
me
be poaching. She's getting mad. Yeah, because we have dogs and it's kind of like
And
scary.
I don't want to go and if I have to go let Gus out and say they were sitting right there, Gus would have started barking, freaking out.
Yep.
You are causing
And they got
issues.
They have firearms, which is I'm not afraid of guns, but hey Levada. I know that for yeah. I don't think they will, Debbie.
Like clearly they're not.
Hell, you don't know, right, Inga? Oh, it's snow, I saw. All right, I put 2 coats of paint. They can only hunt on public land. They may get poison ivy, Lenore. Yeah, I can only hope. Who's under here? Is that your dog? Is that Gussie? Gussie, get out of there. That's where he finds all the stuff to eat. Yeah, I'll have to keep an eye on it for me. And it's so brightly white and like snowy outside, like it caught my eye, and like they appeared and then they disappeared out of nowhere.
Is that Sam?
I think so, yeah.
One of these season.
I'll have to ask him when he gets home.
Did they ask for Sam's name and phone number yesterday? On the
Yes.
phone too?
Yes. Brave guns rest their point, yeah. And see this all the time. You see that in
What?
She said she's in Northern California and sees that all the time. I think that's crazy.
I don't know.
Hey, Monica. I think it's a little odd. Does your news channel... We don't have the same hand tattoo, but she's got a lot of tattoos too. She's got more than I do. Oh, we're snowed in. Sam's got my car because his truck's getting fixed. He sold his truck. You have officers on here. Oh, I do? Who's the officer? That's freaking cool. Yeah. So, are you allowed to sit on a roadway and just hang out with your rifle? Erica, that's awesome. Lynn, I was on late, like it's 7:30, 6:30 or something like that. And I have a judge on here. Y'all are amazing. We like to craft. Yeah, I think it's weird. And I don't know if the cop showed up yesterday, but I can't imagine we were the only ones because it was so bizarre just seeing this dude hanging out on the overpass. Like, with a rifle in his hand. Like, okay. I'm like, did we see that? And then I even turned around to go back because I was like, maybe there's a stream underneath the overpass. I mean, I was thinking like, maybe are they, like, I think that doesn't even make sense because it goes over a freeway, but I was thinking, are they fishing? Your son is a police officer. Yeah. The Santa Big you posted today is divine. I want that frame with the font. Isn't that gorgeous? You know, I did that last year. One of you guys bought that at auction last year. Carly is, yeah, it takes her a lot. We have open carry laws in Ohio. I have a firearm, but I don't brazenly sit on a overpass hanging out with a rifle in hand. We had a half acre with close neighbor that we could target. Yeah, I hear those people target shooting like down on the other side of the freeway. It's illegal to be on freeway with weapons. Did you show us the snow? I need a visual. Oh. Here, I'm just gonna flip my camera around. Hold on. Ready? And maybe I can even, here, let me do this. I bet you I could show you guys where I'll show you where they were sitting. Okay. So this is my window. This is what I look out of. There's my ring light. So I don't know if you guys can see. Right there. So there's my street. There is the road. And if you take that road and you go down, the overpass is literally like right there. You could see it. I know it's kind of blurry. Those dudes were standing just right there just now. And the other day over here, yesterday, this is the beginning. And then the other side of the overpass is where he was sitting with his feet dangling over. And there's the snow. It sucks. I hate it. So yes, that's where they were just standing. And then, so all of this behind our neighbor's house and behind our yard is woods. And then the freeway. And then the other side of the freeway is like right here, like right there. And then the other side is woods too. No kidding. That's what I'm saying. And then there was like 4 of them over there. That's when I saw, when I was just talking to you, I look out this window. And 2 close to homes. No kidding. God, I have the best sparkle chicks in the world. Thank you, Erica. See, so I'm not crazy. So I can't imagine, like, and what even is crazy, oh, that's crazy, Debbie. Another crazy thing is that there was no school today. We had no school this morning because it was like a blizzard this morning. So it says no trespassing over there. Hey, Josie. I don't think it is. And even though they are very clearly marked as hunters, okay, why are you coming around where there's a bunch of houses with little kids playing? The neighbor kids were just out there playing in their backyard. It's bizarre, isn't it? I forgot what I was going to say. Hey, Kurt, how are you? Yeah, craziness, isn't it? Oh, there they go! There they go! They're on a dune buggy. They're on a four-wheeler, Carly! Hold on a second, this is getting interesting. Carly, they just drove by, they're on a four-wheeler. They just went down, come on. Hey, Sam. I'm so sorry. I go down there. And we cut the dog's nails yesterday, actually, Sunday. I'm so sorry. I go downstairs and my kids are fighting, so I had to break that up. It's life. I should have just taken you with me and you could see what it's like here at Casa Vita a minute ago. All right, I'm going to put one more coat of paint just on the bottom here. I said they aren't doing anything wrong. I know, isn't that crazy? All right, you guys are all talking. I'm down there trying to break up a fight. My kids fight about the dumbest things. And then I'm like, look, I'm on a live right now. I can't really deal with this or even mediate this. And I know I walk on the edge of the woods. I'm scared to walk. Yeah, they went by in a... Why did I feel like when she opened the door? But it's cold. They're fighting about money. It's so stupid. I can't take it. They fight about the dumbest things. And just like that, Rocky's gone again. Another bag. Yes, Tamara. Carrying over felony is unafraid in Ohio is a felony. You have no idea, like, the amount of drama that goes on here sometimes. And I get where they're both coming from, but I'm like, I don't have the time to, like, kind of mediate this right now because I have 500 people on a live watching me. I'm like, so if you could just give me, you know, an hour or so, I'll come down. We can talk about it like adults. There's no reason to get crazy. I don't think it's deer hunting. I think it is. I don't know what else it would be because Carly did say that deer hunting started yesterday. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me, Kathy? See, that's what I don't like. That's what I'm saying. When it gets to be a little bit too close, and maybe they already know that we called and maybe they're just being jerks now. No, they just sit there and freaking, it would. No, my younger son's more like, they just get mad and swear at each other. It's annoying. And then they laugh with each other an hour later. Boys. Your house is drama too. Hey, it's, you know what? It wouldn't be fun if it was boring all the time, right? That's the way, yeah. I couldn't imagine, like, I think, like, what would it have been if I had a boy and a girl? Would they have fought? Probably not. Well, I fought with my brothers. One day, 16 guys walked in with guns in my backyard. I hate deer season. Oh, yeah. Well, I've been here, like, 10 years, 8 years. I know, but that's private property. But, like, go somewhere where there's no houses around. That's what I don't like. I don't like the fact that there's kids and there's... And they're hanging up by the overpass for some reason. You know, if Mike sees him there, Mike will stop and talk to him. Ouch, that was stupid. I was trying to peel that thing off, and I accidentally touched the... thought I could pick it off. Your son and daughter fought? Yeah, they argue. I can't say they fight. They argue. About dumb things. Call game warden? I never thought of that. I just don't like how close they are to, like, our backyards and why are you hunting so close to a roadway? Hey, Tamra. Yeah, we had a busy weekend. I had Thanksgiving here, and then the weekend was busy. They learned from the, yeah. Buy those transfers you were going to make sweatshirts out of. I had found some from the same vendor. You did? From the same... see, I don't see that coming here. Oh, for some reason, this is another thing that annoys me about Facebook. I can, like, it filters some of the comments. Yeah, Lynn, I think that's how my kids are going to be. You were going to make, I had found some of the same, and now I cannot find her shop. Can you write me a shop name again? Jamie, which ones? Because I bought I bought those transfers from, like, TikTok. I bought from, TikTok, I bought from Whatnot, so let me know. In Ohio, and it's about 400 feet. 400 feet from a resident, like a house, a dwelling. My fight over the washer. Oh, yours fought over the washer yesterday. Honest to God. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is put the transfers on next. I think, I think I should transfer. I think I should seal my paint. I have 3 days to get it together for Vegas. Ooh, that sounds like fun. Yeah, Tamara, we got about 3 inches last night. Okay, so I definitely know that I want to do these 2 deer, okay? Yes, Mike runs the snow division from his company, yes. I think I probably should seal the bottom of the tray because that's what we're gonna transfer on. And typically when I am transferring, I use, I'm just gonna paint the feet real quick. I use Force Field by Paint Pixie. Lori, Lori, yes! I haven't opened it yet. Thank you. God, it's been sitting right here next to my feet, and I have the transfer sitting on top of it, and then I keep forgetting, and I meant to do it yesterday in Royals. Totally forgot. I'll do it today. Don't let me forget. Don't let me get off this live. Okay. I just did the feet real quick. We were to go snow today and oh, you didn't get anything? You're so lucky. I'll give you some of mine. I have to plug in my phone. We got about a foot of snow on Thanksgiving, and then we probably lost a couple inches since then, and then we got about another 3 inches last night. Yeah, I guess, like, you know, I just saw those guys drive by on the 4-wheeler. Like, why aren't they just going, like, into, like, the deep woods? To get unfinished, I'm still working on my decorations. What Miss Barb's off on the shelf to do her house. No. It's definitely cold. Yeah. So this is Paint Pixie Force Field. I like to use this stuff when I am going to transfer. And I'm just going to put it on the bottom where I know the transfers are going to go. Why is my phone getting so dark? I can hardly see my screen. It's the thing. I want to go for a new phone too. Time to board. Have a safe flight, my friend. All right, so this is Paint Pixie Force Field. It's just a really like water-based thin sealer, and I don't know how I started using this when it came to transfers, but anytime I've painted a tray or a surface and I put the force field on, my transfers go down like a dream. So some people say you don't have to seal your paint before you transfer, but this is something I've always done for the most part. Sometimes I don't, and I get lucky. But for this, because I use chalk paint, like a matte paint, I don't want it to lift up my, my transfers. On a canvas bag, does it need to be sealed? Not on canvas, no. I'll have to go check out what happened. Did her little elf on the shelf? Yes, Jean, the video will be here for 30 days, and then all my videos end up on YouTube. I download everything to YouTube, so you can always go and watch them on YouTube after Facebook deletes them. 400 feet from any structure, including a house, 75 feet of public street highway in the state of Ohio. Well, 400 feet from any structure, including a house, 75 feet of a public street highway. They were like 10 feet. I do so I don't mess up my paint transfers, yeah. Because sometimes there's always that one transfer that just gives you an ache, you know? So so just dry it really well. It's very thin, the force field. So I just use it to be safe rather than sorry. Francis, this tray is probably, the tray itself is about 18 by 14. I like the bigger trays with the fancy handles. I pulled out this one too. This is a pretty one. So it's fancy. But I ended up picking this one. Elf TP Ross. Oh my God, you're kidding me. Vicky, he called. Okay, this is another thing, y'all. So I'm not gonna like mention names because, you know, in my private group I let it all slide. But so yesterday, Lori, it's probably on YouTube that this purse. I did one just like it, yeah. So how do we get to your creations? YouTube, because Facebook deletes all my live videos after 30 days. So if you want to watch, your best bet is to watch on YouTube. I'm just telling you. Did you use a heat resistant sealer? If you're gonna paint something like a toaster, I think they don't get that hot, but you can seal it with engine enamel. Engine enamel will withhold the heat. And engine enamel comes in clear. What's up, Debbie? Question. I'll tell you about the waiter in a second. Now, Patricia, you can find all my pictures and photos here, but any old videos are on YouTube. Francis, I get most of my trays at the Goodwill, thrift stores, garage sales. Hey, Carol, are you coming? I haven't sold one ticket yet. Can you believe it? So even if it's just me and you, we'll still have fun. And then I figured I would just put together the other tickets, the craft kits, and just ship them out and do like a virtual thing. Hey, Linda. All right, so this is dry. Okay. This is dry. So now, dry that a little bit more. Try Whatnot, the Whatnot app. I don't know what is, but my phone is so dark. I don't know what's going on. It's like my brightness like disappeared. Hey, Noverta. Okay, so here's the two things. I'm gonna do the deers first. And this was kind of like my plan. Like they're just prancing around. I guess it's just gonna have to wait and see. Okay, so. Okay, so there's one. And then I'm gonna stand up. The gold handles, they look like little roses. I think they are, actually. I kind of want them to be a little even. And there's that one. Hopefully they look center. Hopefully we'll make it work. Are still pitching a fit over Goodwill. Why? Goodwill, Salvation Army, Habitat for Humanity. I mean, there's little thrift stores I go to in my area. Okay. one first. Where did this one by Engineer? Jan, Amazon. I got mine on Amazon. You can either get it in brush it on, or you can get a spray. Okay. See? I'm telling you, that's why I always use that Paint Pixie force field over my paint, because never disappoints when I'm doing a transfer. Very, I think one time, but I think that was when I had an old transfer. Here we go. Look how beautifully that lifts up. You just got to keep pressing it down, like go slow. Isn't this going to be pretty? I think so. Now we just have to figure out, are we going to put a Christmas tree or are we going to use the North Pole? The North Pole is more of a redder red, and the Christmas tree has more of the burgundy, like what's here on the deer. And like I said, these are essential stencil transfers. I don't know that they have these in stock anymore. Usually when their holiday stuff comes out, I know right now they have Thanksgiving stuff that they're already promoting. Not Thanksgiving. Did I say Thanksgiving? Valentine's Day. And then just smooth all that down so you don't get any wrinkles or bubbles. Make sure you don't have any bubbles in there. Your phone does that when it gets too hot. I know. So does mine, but it's like weird because I think I need a new phone. Oh, it is hot. Why is it hot though? Hold on a second, y'all. Maybe I need to take it out of the case. Hold on. I have it like in a pink case, but it is really, really hot. Maybe if I open the window. Let me put it back on my stand. Yeah, it's hard to see. Hold on. Let me open the window a little bit. And then maybe if it gets some air to it. I did 5 sets of coaster boards for her Christmas season with trans. Oh, I bet you it came out amazing, no, Verda. Is that good? Okay. Can't really see myself. The phone gets hot. It was hot. It started to do that before I actually charged it. That's what made me realize that my phone was like at 20%. So then I put the phone charger in. So it was already getting dark before. Thank you guys for all the stars. You guys are awesome. Okay, so. No, it's not. It's not. I'm watching on my iPad and it's bright. It's somehow my phone is getting overheated. And it's lowering. Oh, guys, I think I did that pretty good. All right, so here's the thing. Oh, Christmas tree. Christmas tree with some presents. Okay? It's got the same kind of color scheme, right? Take it out. I took it out of the case, yeah. Or the North Pole sign, which would go down here. I feel like I'm leaning towards the Christmas tree. Only because this has like a different red in it. So let's go with the tree. All right, I'm just gonna make an executive decision. It totally never died, never came back. I know, Robin, don't say that. I need a new phone. I'm feeling the Christmas tree. Now, I'm going to put this right in the center. Okay. We'll put, where's my little thing? Okay. Put this on, and then we'll put the gifts. And then there's also a really cute bow on here. Turn over to me, sorry. There you go. Okay, let's see if we can. Force field to the rescue. Super cute. Okay. They are home at the North Pole. This could be Santa's workshop Christmas tree. Look at how pretty this is going to be. I love this. Okay, so now I've got little presents. So I'm going to put one set here. I think I'm going to do the bigger one here. I feel like I have more room over here. So and you can stack these. You can stack these transfers, like layer. Okay. And the North Pole side. No, they won't all fit. So I'm gonna stick these right here next to the tree. Oh, anyway, I have a story to tell you guys, okay? So, we went to dinner to a very, very expensive, fancy steakhouse on Saturday to celebrate one of our friend's husband's birthday, okay? The service was terrible. The food was good, but we were there for 2 hours. We got our dinner 2.5 hours after we got there. So the service was bad. So the girl who put on the party to celebrate her husband's birthday got a little salty, so she went to the manager and she said, hey, look, we've been planning this for a long time here. We come here every year, and, it's just been super slow, yada, yada, yada. So the manager comes in. They're super apologetic. He comped all of our drinks. I'm not going to say where, at least I said it in Royals yesterday, but being on the main page, I don't want to say it. It was downtown Cleveland. And, oh my God, this is so pretty. And, so she had, complained, whatever, about the service, and you can tell that our waiter was not happy about it, right? So, oh, Annabelle's leaving. Needless to say, we all left, and I guess as she was leaving, the waiter was getting snarky with her and started getting a little cocky with her and yelling at her, right? Which was like, wow, you don't do that, especially like at a 5-star restaurant, right? We didn't hear that part because we had already left. The next day, she gets a phone call on her cell phone, and she's gotten like 15 phone calls since then. And our waiter had a very distinct voice. And when she sent me the recording, I said, I'm going to tell you. And he was calling her horrible names. The C word, extremely vulgar, literally got her cell phone and was calling her. And he called her like 5 times last night. I don't know if he's called her yet today. I haven't talked to her today yet. I don't know if he's called her yet today. So she called the manager, she called the police, and I said, you need to call the restaurant back. And I guess he got disciplinary action for yelling at her at the restaurant. I said, Kelly, if he ends up getting fired, he's going to be even more mad. He has your phone number. He can easily look up your address. Yeah, can you believe that stuff? So she called the police, and I said, you need to call the restaurant and tell them that you want his name so you could file a personal protection order because, so then she talked to the hotel or the restaurant, and she sent him the recordings, and I'm telling you, this dude had such a interesting, unique voice. I heard it, and I was like, abso-freaking-lutely. He looked in the computer because she's the one that made the reservations for this dinner. And he has been calling her. Yes, true story. And I'm like, what the hell is wrong with people? I would be scared if that was me. And my husband, yeah, that's a big no-bo. Yeah, so I said, the manager obviously listened to it. He's going to know whose voice it is. And I said, if he didn't lose his job, he's going to. And then he's really going to be upset with you. He's not calling. He blocks his number, so it comes up no caller ID. And if she doesn't answer, he leaves her nasty voice messages. Heck yeah, it would freak me out. It's crazy. I mean, I have a huge following on Facebook, and I don't have that kind of drama. All right, look at that. Oh my gosh, it's so stinking pretty. All right, now it needs everything else, right? There is this pretty little bow, which I would love to be able to use this somewhere. What about if we put the bow in the... No kidding, right? Can we put the bow on the Christmas tree? Do you think that would look cute? This little bow on the Christmas tree? I feel like it needs something bougie right there in the center. I'm going to do it. I don't care. I'm doing it. Reported he will never ever work again because can you imagine? Like, look, especially if you're a waitress or a waiter, you're always going to get that one person. And she really even wasn't being mean. She was just frustrated because we were freaking starving. We had been there 2 hours before we eat. 2 hours. It took us 2 hours and 15 minutes. And she kept having to call him over. So it was a little annoying, but Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. Love it. All right, so now on this weird edging around here, I don't think I want to dark wax this tray either. What do you guys think? I never do anything bright white, but if we're going to wax it, it's got to be now, because if I put glitter and snow along here, do you guys think I should do glitter and snow there? I was going to make this look like a snowy ridge. And then up here, I want to take a pencil and I want to do like candy cane stripes. Yeah, right. All right, so here's the thing. I counted there's 80 of these little things. So I think I might wax it. So if we take, here's my philosophy. I was thinking why not take, instead of doing straight lines, somebody's like, why don't you do candy cane stripes? Okay, so I'm gonna make you all happy. What if we do, like every other stripe, so we'll have like a little candy cane looking stripe. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? And I'm doing like every other one, which will be, and then gold edges, yes, for sure, gold edges. And I am using like, now around here, I don't know, do I just keep going in the same direction? Or I'm gonna have to start pivoting. Pivot! You're gonna have to pivot it at some point to go around. So now this one, when you get over here, you can't keep going like this because then it'll be, can I? Hold on, let's see. Yes, okay, I was stupid. Don't do what I did. Don't change directions. I'm just putting them on a little angle so they come across as candy cane stripes rather than up and down. Oh, I know that he didn't see it, and he's like, if I would have heard him talking to Kelly like that, he's like, you're damn right. I would have said. He's like, I definitely would have said something. My husband is very chivalrous like that. So see how I'm doing it? Just all like making little stripes all the way around. And that's why I want to take this. I'm not a fan of this little scalloped edge that they have on this tray. So I was like, what can we do? And I thought, what about make it like a snow mound? Like it's an embankment of snow. You know what I mean? And then I am going to epoxy this tray. And just make sure when you're going to do something like this with like stripes or whatever, that you make sure that they have an even number, because that's the only thing I had to count each little ridge to make sure that it wasn't going to look wonky. Okay. Okay. Now, if I do this in like white snow, I'm gonna have to dark wax this first because we're gonna have to dark wax this first. I'm gonna seal my transfers. I'm just using the Paint Pixie force field. Just pushes it down into that paint. And then we can dark wax, because you want to dark wax before I add any glitter, because that'll be weird. Okay, let that dry. Textured stuff that puffs and adds sparkle. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking about doing like this stuff, the heavy body gel. But if I'm gonna dark wax that, I have to do that before I get all that texture on there, I think. If I want to keep the snow nice and white. Or do I keep the whole tray just white? Maybe we should just keep it white. Like all white. It does look really good, but you guys know, I never keep anything like bright white, but it is Christmassy. So let's try our heavy body gel and see what we come up with. I've only used this like one other time, and I almost like, it's been a while, so I kind of forgot what exactly it did. Does anybody remember what brush I used? I want to like pounce it. Was it like a stencil brush? Let's get a small stencil brush. I think if I remember correctly, I pounced it. Pounce it like I'm going to pounce some heads together when I get off this live. Keep tray white, or it needs pale blue for sky. No, I don't. Pale blue, I would not like that. All right. I'm going to take this heavy body gel. The only thing is, though, does this need like a long time to dry? Or what's that other stuff I have? Hold on. What do I hear outside? Hang on. Jack! I don't know where he's going. He must be going to Annabelle's. I thought I heard him fighting. Maybe instead of heavy body gel, I thought I did. See, I'm on high alert. Let's see. Usually, typically, there's always so much drama at my house, y'all. I can't make this up. Instead of heavy body gel, I got rainbow paste. Let's see where he's going. I don't know if he's going to work. He's got to be going to work. Okay, so instead of heavy body gel, this is rainbow paste. Water-based paste that dries transparent, containing holographic pigments that mysteriously glint, creating an iridescent effect. The effect differs on light and dark surfaces, but it's impressive anyway. It can be applied or on any surface. Excellent for stencil technique. Protect from frost. Or do I use the 3D powder mixed with white paint and make it look like snow? But I don't know. Heavy body gel creates with stencils or to use as a glue. I don't know. Hey, Pam. I'm good. All right, let's just see. I just wanted it to kind of look like snow. And then I was going to glitter it. Okay? Because this is sticky stuff. I wasn't a fan of these little ridges. Should I put the glue on while it's probably wet, right? So this is the heavy body gel. And I brought out some like just white glitter. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, this is pretty. It's kind of got like a pink opalescent, so I'm going to cover that up a little bit with just some regular glitter. Why do they do this? week, like, oh, is there still snow here? Of hell to the yes. That's a funny question. It snowed like 3 inches last night on top of the foot we already have. Oh yeah, that looks good, y'all. Okay. And it's kind of puffy, which is what I wanted. I wanted it to kind of look like, you know, I want to paint things to look like snow. I just don't want snow at my house, unfortunately. So this almost is like rubber cement. It's what it kind of feels like. It is the heavy body gel from Pentart. And I'm just dipping it with like a stencil brush, because I want it to kind of have some texture on those ridges that I wasn't really a fan of. And it's like, hey, maybe the tray will be like their snow globe. Maybe this is like the outside of the snow globe. I mean, that's kind of a cool idea, right? The tray is the snow globe itself. So we're gonna put on a bunch of this kind of pearly glitter. And then we're gonna take this white glitter and make it stick to the wrist. And then shake off the excess. Thank you, Quanasu Harris. He's doing all right. You know, he's hanging in there. Oop, got a big old Kathy or Rocky hair in there. Ooh, so see guys what I'm doing? It actually looks really pretty. I can't see what you guys see because my screen is so dark, but so I just took that and wrapped it all the way around. It's like a little shimmer on the inside. Okay. And then we're gonna keep going. I don't know how long it takes this heavy body gel to like get hard and like fully cured, but I guess for the most part we won't be doing any kind of like what do you call it, we won't be doing any kind of waxing it tonight, no matter what. And then I'm gonna put this, so I did 2 kinds of glitter. There we go. I did like fine glitter, and then like this is like the staunchier glitter. Okay. Maybe bring some of it close to the tree and gifts look like they are outside in snow. Ooh. Good idea. I just have to be careful because I think I'm going to epoxy this. Now you can epoxy, you know, under, like on top of this, on top of glitter. Yeah, like we're creating a little scene. Ooh, this might be a story. Okay, so that's gross. That's done. I gotta soak that. And then take a brush, and then if you get any glitter where it doesn't belong, just scoot it off. So now I want to do the stripes, okay? I do want to do stripes, and I think what I'm going to do is the color Tuscan Red, because it's got that burgundy, but I actually, if it's too red, maybe I'll throw in some dark, because I would like a burgundy. Use a popsicle stick if you want heavier. Ooh, I need another plate. Oh, that's a good idea. So see, that's the red. I feel like I need a little bit of black in my red to just bougie it up some. You know how much I love to mix paint too, right? Okay. And then you're gonna get a small little brush. Now look, I'm not looking for perfection here, but a brush. There we go. Ew, I hope I didn't put too fudge ruckers. I always put too much black. Well, gosh, be damn it. I use, lately I've been using Promise Epoxy, and I really like it. Don't judge, I wasted paint. I put too much black in my red. I needed like a daub. One day I'll get it right. I'll figure it out. Let's see if this will do it. That might be too much. I wanted to keep the red, but this is more like a burgundy red up here. There we go. I think I got it. See? Ew, I think that's perfect. Okay. And all I'm gonna do, now I wanna be careful going this way. And I don't care if I get it on here because I'm gonna paint this gold. Hey, Noreen. So I'm just gonna pick a spot. And like I said, I don't care if I get it up here. More than anything, I want it to be along the back. It's gonna look sloppy before it looks better. So see how I'm just putting stripes all the way around? It's a crimson, yes, that's a good word choice. I was saying burgundy, but you're right, it's like crimson. And use a nice straight edge brush. And I'm trying not to get it in my glitter because I don't want it in the glitter. And then maybe red handles too, you never know. Crimson handles, I don't know. And you're only doing like every other little line that you created. Okay. I know this is kind of like the tedious part, so this is like the perfect time to chat because I'm just sitting here painting stripes. That's gonna be lovely. It's gonna take a second coat, but the second coat's always way faster than the first. Yeah, so anyway, can you believe about my girlfriend and that waiter? I told her I would put money that was our waiter. She's like, do you really think? I'm like, 100,000%. You know, when you ever meet somebody who has like a distinct voice. Oh, I will get on that, it's for sure. Yeah, you know, sometimes I don't get in, sometimes I lose my mojo, I won't lie. I think we all do at some point. Like we get a little bit of a, like I've been in just like this lazy funk. Like I haven't wanted to do a thing. Hello?
Did you drink that wine that you bought me the other day?
Which one? The Coppola?
Yeah.
I don't know, probably. It's not down there. There's two bottles down there. Yeah.
Why?
I don't see it.
Did you look in the wine cabinet? It should be there, unless I did. I don't remember.
I can't see any comments because it's so dark. Watching you no matter what you're doing. Oh, thank you. Mike's home. What time is it, y'all? 4 o'clock. Hi, Barbara. Oh. You guys, did you miss that one? We went to dinner to a really fancy restaurant for my girlfriend's husband's birthday on Saturday. And the service wasn't that great, and so my girlfriend was getting a little hostile. Not hostile, but she's getting aggravated. So she complained to the manager. The next day, the waiter was calling her. Okay, we don't know for sure, but I'm telling you, it's him. And he has made probably 15 phone calls to my girlfriend, calling her really vile names. And he's blocking his number. So she had to file a police report and all that. It's like, so I'm curious to see how many times he's called her. I know he called her a bunch last night. Is that not the nutsiest thing? You guys ever had that kind of thing happen to you before? That would make me so incredibly uncomfortable. Because people like that are like mentally unstable. And that would freak me out. I'm trying to keep the glitter out of there. Okay. Got one more stripe. Okay, I'm gonna dry that for a minute. Hang on one second. I want to try to get to the storage unit before it gets hot out or dark outside. Me and what kind do I wait? Hold on, close. See, my good friend, my daughter, myself just talked about this morning. Nobody has it. Yes, Terry, I feel the same way. You were welcome, Julie. It's like that with the complete. Could you imagine a spouse? No kidding. She did, but I mean, this is creepy because if he's got her phone number, he could get her freaking. He could get her address. That's what, you know. All right, we got to do a second coat on the red. I think I'm actually going to keep this whole tray white, y'all. I think I'm going to keep it white. I think I'm going to keep the whole thing white. I think I'm going to do
I think I'm gonna do, do you guys think I should do red handles? Let's get the gold trim on first. Or do I leave the handles white? The color is gorgeous. Yeah, that's what I was thinking with the reindeer with all the red in there. I think it's really pretty. Now you still kind of see like, okay, putting red over white is like the worst. So you're going to get some streaks. It's not going to be totally solid, and that's okay, because if you look at even like the Mackenzie Childs hand-painted pieces, you still see like color variation in there, because painting anything over white is, other than black, is extremely difficult. Pink, red, green, it's going to take a minute. Black is black, and couple more. See how fast the second. Okay, almost done. And I'm gonna leave it like this. And I'm definitely gonna put gold on the edges, but I don't think I want to do gold on the handles. I don't know. What do you guys think? Gold handles to bring out the gold in the reindeer. You guys, I think I'm gonna go buy a new Christmas tree tonight, because I don't feel like freaking stringing lights. Just don't. Isn't that awful? I hate the trees that you, it lasts for 10 years. Bull Tucky. First year, it's all it made it. First year. After that, had to string lights. Now we're going on year 4. I hate stringing lights. Just trying to darken up that center part just a tad. Okay. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. A couple more right there. Okay. Okay, I can't see that. That's so dark. Wait till you get the gold. Red handles with gold highlights. That's what I was thinking. I think red handles too, and I don't know if I have enough paint. Let's see. And red feet. Oh, it's gorgeous, gorgeous red, isn't it? We're in for it now. We're just going in. We're just doing it. Red handles. I actually have to order some more epoxy. I love doing, oh, isn't that going to be so pretty? My lights went out. It's so, yeah. I have to do, that's why I need to go to the storage unit. That's why I'm kind of glad we're not going to Florida this week, because I'd have been so behind on getting my decorating. I got a bunch of, as soon as I get that tree up, then I can start wrapping gifts. Okay, now I'm gonna have to do the underside of this handle, and I didn't do it all with white. I can do that. I can knock that out later. Okay. Ooh, that's gonna be pretty. I'm trying to use all this paint right now for the visible top side of my tray. Okay, and then if I have to go underneath the handles, I can make another batch, but if it's a different shade, because I can never match it again perfectly, then at least I have the top, because this is the last of my paint of this batch of crimson, burgundy, maroonish. When I was married to my first husband, this was the color of our living room walls. All right, let me dry it real quick. I can do the feet later. I don't know if I have enough of this color, but I can make another batch, or at least if it's a little bit off. I wanted all of this to be the same color. That's what I was most concerned about. It's almost like a blood red. Kind of like... Why my phone is doing that. Okay, so I'm just going over it with another. I'm probably going to give this some gold highlights. Jack? Where'd he go? Jack? I don't know where that kid went off to. Okay. All right, this is still a little bit wet, but I think if I get 2 coats on it, and we gotta let that dry. I don't want any like puddly paint in there either, thick paint. It's not it, Connie. I think it's something with my phone. I don't know if it was getting really overheated. It's like dim. Like, it's super hot. And I don't know if that is something to do with it. I don't know. I think it's just getting overheated. I don't know, the tip of the trim just looks like, it looks like some of the tips are not. They are not, because I am painting that gold. So, this is what we have so far. I know it looks wonky right now, but let's get the gold trim on there. There is our snow border. It's like a snow globe tray. Okay. Now I'm gonna take some I need a tiny brush. There we go. And I'm gonna use, actually I need a bigger one than that. Here we go. I am gonna take liquid gold, which is, where is my liquid gold? There it is.
Hey, I still forgot to mention this, but
Just so you know.
what is it? Your lot? Is your everybody in there?
Yes, everybody.
Okay.
400 people in here. Okay, I'll handle it. Just go let me talk to him. 'Cause you talking to him is not going to do anything good. That was Sam. If I told you what they were arguing about, you would laugh, okay? My phone is new and it gets hot. Oh! It's so stupid. This is how crazy they get.
Jack owes Sam money, and Sam owes Jack money, and they're fighting about how much. Like, literally. I can't. Y'all, don't sweat the small stuff. Okay, now I'm going in, and the reason I just took these sloppy is because I knew I was going to take my liquid gold, and we're going to just take your brush. Make sure you don't have any loose hairs on your brush. And I'm going to go all the way down to that first line. And that is going to give that a super clean edge. And that's why I was kind of sloppy with my red line. Sound and pick don't match. Anyone else have any? Gail, if it's like that, you have to go out and come back in. I do know that. See what I'm creating there? So pretty. Now down here, I think what I might do there is maybe a thin line of gold down around that snow, but I don't know yet. It's just too strong. They're annoying is what they are. Like, when Sam's not living at home, they get along great. Like, he's been at Kyle Sweet's home for Christmas, and when they're together a lot, they fight. It's annoying. All right, now I have to be careful around my handles here, okay? Because so see where I'm going with that? I feel it's so pretty. This like really, it reminds me, it's giving off like Mackenzie Childs vibes. Super pretty. Being careful around my handles. Like, of all the things you're gonna argue about, like, I don't know. I think that's like a grace that you, I think it's like a patience that you learn to have as you get older. Like, I literally don't. Oh, there it goes. Oh, my phone went bright again. Are these two sons or dad and son? Are these two sons or dad and son? It's always my hubby and our daughter. Really? No, these are my two sons. My two sons. Sam is a hothead, and he's loud, and he always wants to be, like, right. Where Jack is like an old soul, and he just doesn't care. Like, you know, he's got zero, like, you guys have seen me on lives before. He's got zero sense of urgency. He's the more laid back of my two. So when Sam gets mad at Jack, Jack just shuts off, and then that makes Sam mad. Jack could turn it off like that, though. Where I played like the peacekeeper, and I say, okay, let me talk to him. And everybody just take a chill, okay? Like, everybody just needs to chill out. This tray will be up at my next Whatnot auction, too, y'all. Y'all, I was scrolling through Facebook this morning, and I saw a creator talking to her people. I guess she had an auction, and people here on Facebook, and I don't know, it sounded like people were giving her some grief or saying that they were actually won, but she was paying favorites. And let me tell you, I highly doubt that that was the case. Only because I know what auctions on Facebook are like. So I did make a comment to her, like, maybe you should switch to the whatnot, because Facebook is so difficult to have an auction with. That's why I'll never do another auction on here. Absolutely. Yep, it's true. He does not care. But if you are a creator on here and you're still doing Facebook auctions, I implore you to go try the whatnot. Because there's zero, I even want to start crafting over there. There's zero lag over there. And you don't have to worry about everybody, everybody always sees their comment first in an auction. That's typically how it's done. And it's always created a bit of controversy. That's why most people on an auction are like, hey, we go by what I see first, And so I made a comment, so maybe she'll jump on board and start doing whatnot and realize how much staking easier it is and how much less aggravation, because then you don't have to worry. It tells you who the winner is. It creates your own shipping label. It's the easiest thing ever. If you're a creator on here and you want to sell your stuff, I would say use whatnot. I like the app just even not for auctions, just to go live on there, because there's no lag. Like, if they can do it, why can't Facebook, right? All right, so there is that. I don't need that brush anymore. So see what we got. Don't you think around this inner edge it needs a little bit, I think it needs a gold trim. I think I'm going to try it. It might seep down into my glitter, which I think if I have the right brush, I can make it work. But I think it needs a little strip, a little thin thing of gold. And I'm going to use this brush right here to make it happen. Yeah, I don't think so either. And I understand people like who don't understand how Facebook works might think that, but so hopefully she'll see my comment and maybe think about it. Oh, I'm so nervous. Ooh, this is pretty. Oh, Tammy, you are? To bid in a Facebook auction a couple of days ago, and my leg. Yeah, I'm telling you, that's what made me realize. I was trying to bid on something at Debbie Riggs auction a couple months ago. The lag was so bad. And that's another reason why I love the Whatnot app, is there's zero lag. Even just to go over there and craft with you all, there's no lag. There's no filtered comments. I would see everything every single one of you say. See what I'm doing? Just adding that. I think it needed it just because some of my stripes, it's going to clean up my stripes on that side. So it's just another way to, it's just another dimension to add to clean up anything you might want to make a little sharper. You epoxy the tray. Yes, down here I will epoxy. I am not planning on epoxying the sides. I typically only epoxy the bottom on trays because that's the part that's going to touch the food. However, being that this is glitter, okay, the only way you're going to get food on here safely is if this whole area is epoxied. So I might have to epoxy over the glue, the glitter. It's tricky to epoxy because that's not straight. It can be, you'll probably brush it on. That's when you want to like brush your epoxy on. And it might, after it dries, it might be a little gritty because the glitter, you know, because you had to brush it on, it's not going to be as thick as if you poured it on. But, hey, Mary. Thank you. Yeah, I didn't have too much coffee this morning. And I ate periodically throughout the day. I bought like a charcuterie board. I literally could eat charcuterie all day long. Like, just give me some sausage, cheese, olives. I snacked on that like pretty much all day. Yeah, I think that finishes it off. All right, we got about halfway to go. This kind of takes a little bit of time, but I think it's gonna look better in the end. So yeah, I want to start crafting over on the Whatnot. I think it'd be fun. Just to see how different, maybe we should do that, just to see how different it is from doing a Facebook Live to a Whatnot Live. And I guarantee you guys, when I'm over on Whatnot, the comments go by so fast and you see every single one, which is great. There's no filtered comments. There's no lag. So the minute you say hi to me, I'm seeing it. And it's kind of cool. It just makes it so nice. You could do private shows over there if you have a private group. You can craft and then sell your stuff. You don't even, you know, you can pretty much do anything you want over there. Okay. My back is so much better. Thank you. I was taking my glutathione. I was taking my LifeWave patches. I was putting everything on my back. And I have to say, within a day, I felt 1,000% better. Okay. Phew, oh, yeah, I'm not going to do this. I'm actually going to use Rub and Buff on the handles to bring out the gold. That once tons of people get on the Whatnot, that it will start laying as well. There is already a ton of people on the Whatnot app as well. So no, I don't think so. It is so freaking easy, Robin. It is so easy. Jamie, just do it. Look how pretty that is. Now, you know what we could do, y'all? I would like to epoxy this. However, I feel like let's fancy up these handles. Okay. This is just antique gold Rub and Buff. I'm just zhuzhing up all the detail in the handles so they come out super duper pretty. See the difference between that one and this one? Look how pretty. Doesn't it look amazing? And then for epoxy, I think what I'll do, I probably won't do that on camera. But I'm thinking to make this a food safe holiday tray. And here's a great little tip, y'all. Even if you don't have a food safe tray or you painted a tray and you didn't epoxy it, you don't really have to worry about it because all you really need is clear saran wrap. Clear saran wrap, okay, will work great. Throw it over there, but I have to protect this glitter, so that's why I'm thinking, but I feel like I need some bling in. Yeah. Maybe I should add some glitter to the epoxy. you know? That would be pretty. And then would epoxy everything and run it down. And I would just have to make sure that this is all covered. What do you guys think? You do pay a fee, yes, 11%. To me, it's worth it because it takes the stress out. I don't want to bling the tree because if we epoxy it, you're never going to see all that. Unless I do stickles, but that's a lot of stickles. I think what I would do is maybe let's just epoxy it. Are you guys ready for epoxy? Let's just do it. Oh shit, I forgot to scrape off. I forgot to dump all my glitter and now it's all over the floor. Okay. I didn't do my feet on here either. Just wrap it. Or if you want to, you get this tray and it's not epoxied, cover it in clear saran wrap. Nobody's going to know. I am going to put resin on right now. I'm actually going to, make sure. And then I think I'm going to add a little bit of glitter into the stuff. It's so festive looking. It's really pretty. This is my resin. I don't have, you know what, guys? Shit. I don't know if I have enough resin. Not even close. I don't think I have enough to do it all. I thought I had small bottles of it. All right, well, I'm going to the store tonight. I'll grab more resin. Unless I can... I thought I had... Unless I might have used those small bottles. Wait. It's a little bigger. Yeah, I don't have any. I gotta get some. That's it. Yeah. I don't want to take a chance because I don't think that's going to be enough. So, and I definitely don't have enough to do that, and I don't have any up here. I'm out. So, I can just walk over there. It's over here. It's not diamond dust. It's just glitter, unfortunately. And there's too much crap over here they can't walk through. But anyway, all right, I'm going to do this. And then I do have to come back into, oh my God, there's glitter everywhere. I do have to come back into my private group tonight. I'll probably be in later for my royals that are in here to do that. We're going to do another tray with canvas print. But I got to get to the storage unit before it gets dark. So I want to, and we're going to go to Lowe's. I think I'm going to buy another tree. And then, but here we go. This is what we did today. Isn't it pretty? See all that glitter? Look at how pretty. I use Promise Epoxy, and I should have placed an order last week because that is not enough. I don't have an affiliate with them. I just really like their epoxy. It's Promise Epoxy. Damn it. Oh my gosh. Wait. I found a box. I thought I had another box. Ooh, hold on. Gotta make sure that this isn't old. Don't want to ruin this pretty tray. Wouldn't that be awful? Yeah. Envirotex Light Resin Hardener. Let's do it. Okay. We can make it work. Okay. I'm going to do my bigger measuring cup. 120, 40, 60, 82. 20, 40, 60, 82. Do I do 100 and... I don't know if that's enough. Why do I keep hearing cars. Let's just see how much I have of each one. Promise, just if you just Google Promise, like Promise epoxy, it'll come up, and then it's quick. I get the quick set. All right. See how much I have of each. Oh, you're so welcome, Terry. Shit the bed, Fred. We might not be epoxying nothing today. You don't know how bad I want to use my teeth, but I won't because this is epoxy. Yeah. My goodness. You get yours on Amazon. The Promise epoxy, they sell it on Amazon? I have 100 milliliters left. So hopefully I have 100 milliliters of that left. Get a couple molds out for extra resin. I don't know if I'm gonna have extra resin. It's a little above 100. Yep. Okay. Got it. Got a little bit of hardener left. Shit the bed. Did I say that? I don't even know what I said on here. I always say shit the bed, Fred. I don't know, y'all. This is like so... I don't know how old this is. I'm kind of nervous to actually put this on my tray. If I didn't put the red around the edges. You did, Tammy? Look at that. See, I don't know, guys. Look at how yellow that looks. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to do it. Maybe this is old. It seems super thick. And it's yellow. Oh, there is? Hold on. Let's see. I mean, I guess it looks, it's definitely got a cast to it. Yeah, that's going to give it an amber look. Look at, you guys can't see it in the light. I bet you, hold on, let me see what the box says. Where was the box? Didn't it have the box? Did I have a box? Yeah, hang on. Where would the expiration date be? There is no expiration date on here. It's not going to magically turn clear. No. Yeah, there's like hard chunks in the bottom of this. Look at, see at the bottom of the thing? There's like chunks of epoxy in here. Pour molds and use later. I don't even know if it's, I could pour a mold. Let me see. It looks super yellow. If you guys can see that. It's probably, they're hard to see, of course.
Yeah. Has it been 3 minutes that I've been stirring? Yeah, I don't think I want to on this tray. I think it's too pretty and I like it so bright white. So I'll put it over here. Let me grab some molds. Where's the... Looking for my big snowman. Y'all, okay, here we go. Got it. Let's get these two work. These two take quite a bit of resin. It's the lion and the... With the bottom. No, they've been in here in a mold, but not your tray. Yeah. Something's iffy with them. If that was a colored tray or a royal bronze, I probably wouldn't worry about it, but for that, most only good for your, I wouldn't use it. If it's yellow, it will stay, yeah. Well, we're gonna try it on a mold. I got that weathering, my girlfriend got that at a garage sale for me. Definitely yellow. I can see it just sitting in this mold. I don't think I have enough for the lion, but I'll try. I might scrape the edges. Yeah, that was weird. I'm glad we didn't put it on the tray. I think we would have been sorry. I think it would have looked like pea yellow, you know? And that would not have been good. And I've even got some on my plate here. Scrape that off. And then we'll just let this sit here. This take about an hour. This is quick cast epoxy, so it cures in about an hour. Let me see if I could. I don't have enough to do the whole lion, but even if I'm missing some, I try to get it to the sides as much as I can. If it's a little bit light, filling up the mold, I still try to push it so you get somewhat of a casting on it, so it's not a complete failure. Okay. That'll still be kind of a cool mold. There's just enough in there to get the face, so it'll be good. It's yes, it's so pretty. Now this one I got, there's gonna be bubbles in here. I don't care about a relief mold because it's just gonna get painted anyway. That Santa mold is so pretty. Okay. The nice thing about epoxy when you work with it is you just take your stuff and wipe it out. That's why you translucent quick epoxy. Yes, it's like fast drying. It'll cast in about, it'll take maybe an hour or so. And then it'll be fully cured like in 3 hours or so. It's pretty fast. You don't have a lot of working time with it. That's my mother calling me. My mom calls me every time I'm live. She's getting as bad as my husband. He kind of will get rid of the bubbles. Yeah. So if you just wipe out your container when you're done,
Perfect. And then your gloves, because I can't. And I'll do the heat gun too. I filled this right to the top. Now see, this mold, I have to say, I think because they're so thick, I saw somebody complaining to somebody about their mold one time and the fact that it had so many bubbles. This mold is so detailed. I don't think you cannot not get the bubbles way down in these little grooves. Unless they pour a little bit at a time, you know? And I was like, why are you giving this poor creator such a hard time? Because she's got bubbles. By the time you paint it, you're never going to see them. I just got to be bitching about something. That's flat. So to get the bubbles, you do the heat gun. But I'm talking about something that's really detailed like this. You're going to get air in there. Oh, well, I'm kind of, Val. I've done it all online. But see, if you look down in here, let me see if I can take you off my tripod and show you. Let's see. Okay, ready? I don't know if you guys can see that. Do you see all those little air bubbles down in there? But this mold is like, an inch thick. I don't know how you get off that. Now, see, this one's not as bad because it's still got bubbles. But on a tray, it's flat. So you got more, and it's not as thick. Doing resin in these things, it's super thick. Oh, alcohol spray? I don't have alcohol. And see all those little bubbles? Now, when we heat it, it doesn't even take it away. Because I think they're so deep in there. I don't know how alcohol spray will get an inch underneath there. You know what I mean? A torch ain't gonna work either because it's not gonna penetrate. Look at how thick this mold is here. It's every bit of a half an inch. So I don't know how they do that. I don't know. You're supposed to pour, yeah, well, I don't do anything slow, Linda. So anyway, all right, y'all. I'm going to go and get to the storage unit, and then I'll come back and I'll see my royals later. Maybe you are supposed to pour it in there slowly. I'm not that kind of human. I'm not. Never will be. So anyway, it's still a beautiful mold. I've made a beautiful frame with that in there. And that, as you can see, is definitely yellow. Oh, definitely yellow. So anyway, all right, y'all. I'm going to go let it sit for when you paint it, you want to see it. Well, you kind of looks like pores, but ladies, poured and sprayed and poured and sprayed. Oh. Yeah, I got no time for that. Are they for the white testing mode? Oh, you spray your deep molds with alcohol first, then pour. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, you can still see them, but I did that Santa frame, and you know what? People looking way too close. No, you know me, I'm like all about the perfectly imperfect. I still like the way they looked. So, yeah, but I guess you could sit here and pop every one of those. Mail. Holy cannoli. Yes. Mail. Lori Lauer. Hold on a second. Lori Lauer. Thank you, my sister. You see, that's how I get. I forget. I keep forgetting to do the happy mail. See, I've got my transfer sitting on it so that I kind of like, it disappears. Lori Lauer sent me this. Lori was one of my Royals, and she was at the Royals retreat in September with me. I'm reusing this box for sure. Maria! And I keep all the stuffing. Aww. Aw, Lori Lauer says, I keep her inspired. She found a tray while she was junking in Iowa, Wisconsin, and that the keychains are made for my friend Amy and myself. Let's see, there's a couple things in here. Oh, look. Saving the box. It is a good shipping box. Look, another tray, y'all. Look at this one. It's got seashells on it. Thank you, Lori. I love it. See, I love the patina on this too. Hey, Gail. And then look at this cute little bag. Did you make this little bag, Lori? It's got like a little DTF transfer on there. Oh, look at how cute. They're little, oh, how adorable. Do you know how many of these I could sell? They're little corkscrew keychains. OMG. I see what you're saying now. Oh my God. They have a lobster on them, y'all. I'm giving one to Amy and one to me. We're the Larry the Lobster fools. Oh my God, these are great. And I love that it's got the little Larry chain. What a neat idea. All right, I'm keeping these in here. Can't wait to, hopefully we'll see Amy. That's so fun. I love anything with lobsters now. I'm obsessed. Oh my God. It's lobsters. No, I bought this and the bag was included. No kidding, Lori. That's a bag is so cute. What a great idea. It's like a little DTF transfer. It's got a little snowman or little gnomies on there. I love this. Thank you. This is going right down in my kitchen. How adorable. Yes, we're going to do, I can't, you know what? I'm so excited for like summer because I want to do some, oh, I see all the bubbles popping in here. Wow, you have to be in like the right, it looks like little fireworks going off. Oh, that's a great idea. Yeah, this is like too hard to, I filled that Santa Claus too much to really get down underneath there. All right, that's enough for now. Thank you, my dear friend Lori. Hey, Elizabeth. Of course, she does amazing things with wine corks. Deb Montano, uniquely uncorked. I'm going to write that down because I want to go look her up. Uniquely uncorked. I drink a lot of wine, so, you know, that's like really good for me because then I could go and be inspired to do something with. Oh, they are crabs, but that's okay. Because you know what? They are crabs, but that's okay. They look like Larry. Larry likes crabs. And hey, maybe we have a crab story coming in the near future. But yeah, I could do a lot with that. All right, so I'm so glad we didn't resin our tray. I'm going to take that downstairs and save my note. And then I'll give you guys one last peek at what we created today. I do not, Hannah. I am the worst. Tomorrow I will be live with Totally Dazzled at 2 p.m. Thursday I'm live at 2 p.m. with Reba Rose. Saturday I'm in an event, so I think I'm going to take Friday off. I'm in an event on Saturday. We're doing an auction on Saturday to raise money for the, I believe it's the National Cancer Society. Yeah, Carmen, I saw that. I want to get some Missouri molds. Aren't they stunning? And Decoupage Queen is now offering that mold in tan, white, and black. So I got to get some. I haven't tried the black. And that's so pretty. We did a beautiful job. It was just an ugly silver tray, and now it's a beautiful masterpiece. I got to epoxy it, but I got to get some more epoxy. And those were essential stencil transfers, but unfortunately I don't think. That's so pretty. I'll give you guys a close-up. Some of you are just popping on. Oh, I'm frozen. There we go. Made a little snowbank with glitter around the inside. Super pretty. So anyway, y'all. All right, I'm going to get off. I'm going to run to the storage unit. I'm going to grab a Christmas tree. I'm going to go to Lowe's. I actually think I'm going to get a new Christmas tree. And then I'll be back. And then I will see my Royals later. And then I will see you guys all tomorrow on Wednesday at 2 o'clock Eastern with Totally Dazzled. So, bye everyone. Stay sparkly, my friends. I'll see you later.